Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. My name is Fentu Tahir Fentu. Like I said, the show is yours today. So do join us on WhatsApp. Send me a message. Lots of you have sent in your messages, and I'll go through as many of them as possible. Your assessment of the Black Stars' performance tonight. Your assessment of the coach, his tactics, everything. Who was your man of the match? I'm very interested. The number is there, 0240910330. Also, if you prefer Zoom, we'll put the Zoom link there. We'll try and connect to Daniel and Ayew in Kumasi as well. The show is proudly brought to you by Syntex Tank, strong, tough. Johnny Walker, keep walking. Kivo Gary 4-in-1 mix. Amagari Sokins, easy. Listen, let me show you the Black Stars table first before I show you the highlights. Playback for those of you that must have missed some very key moments in the game. We'll play back for you. This is what it looks like right now as far as the table is concerned. So Ghana top with 9 points, Madagascar have 6, Comoros have 6 as well, Mali with 4, Central African Republic with 4, and Chad with 0. So we've played one game more than the second and third place teams, Madagascar and Comoros, of course. So if Madagascar were to win, Comoros were to win, they would go level on points with the Black Stars, and they would probably overtake the Black Stars on better goal difference and better head-to-head. At the moment, Black Stars have a goal difference of 3, so any win for Madagascar will take them above Ghana on goal difference, because then their goal difference of +3 would be more than +3, and anything more than 3 would take them above Ghana. Then Comoros as well, they have a goal difference of +2, so if they were to win by 2-0, their goal difference would also go to +4, and they would also go above Ghana and push the Black Stars down to 3rd. So this is a very competitive group. And for many people, the competition was supposed to come from Mali. Mali, on the other hand, they could go up to 7 points as well if they get a win. At the moment, it's not looking good for them. They've played 3 home games, Mali, and they've dropped 5 points in those 3 home games. So it's unbelievably poor. I beg your pardon. It's unbelievably poor from Mali. So it's not looking good for them. But it's still a long way to the World Cup. These 2 matches that we've played this year are the only 2 matches in the World Cup qualifying that we will play in the year 2024. So in this year 2024, that's it. It's done. No more World Cup qualifiers until 2025. So it's a long time. It's very important to keep being on top until when we play the next few matches. So it's very important. Lots of you have been sending in messages, lots of messages coming through as well. Lots of you very happy with the Black Stars' performance. I see a message here from Joseph from Bande, who says, honestly, it's so humiliating with this kind of goals coming from Central African Republic. So some of you not impressed with the kind of goals the Black Stars conceded, and we'll show you the goals. So anyway, what can we say? Congratulations to the guys. Otto needs to do a lot of work on the boys. Thank you, Joseph. This one says, I'm Michael Ade Mensa from Gorso. I'm so excited for this victory. The defense, however, has to be strengthened if we want to keep winning. All right, very interesting thoughts. What about you? What aspect of the team has to improve? While we still wait to try and connect to Daniel and Ayew. Nebu from Cape Coast says, nice win, but we need to work on our defensive department. We conceded 3 goals. So anybody that complains about the defense has a point. This one says, Fen, good evening. I'm Ibrahim from Takwa. I think the team is on the right track. The players need to know their roles and know themselves much better. We have the individual talents, but we are yet to gel as a team. As for Danny, today he goes set 10 raised to the power 100. Yeah, because Jordan Ayew scored a hat-trick yet again. Beverly from Kumasi says, I am so relieved after the Black Stars won today. And this one says, I'm fearless. Our boys did very well today, and I absolutely love that. Thank you, fearless. Please, we need goalkeeper Atizigi. He will not help us. That's Francis in Japan in Insuta Ashanti. He's not impressed with Atizigi's performance. This one says scintillating performance. That's Razak Wutirira from Sakai, my former classmate, Razak. It was a good performance from the team. Thank you for your message. This one says, Fentio, good evening. First half selection. Jordan left wing, Fatah left wing, Gideon left wing, Sule right wing, playing against us, Kudus right wing, no number 10, no number 9, Salisu struggling, Subhanallah Otoado. Second half was solid, just that the players are very lazy, always killing us with fear. Interesting assessment of that performance from you. Wilson says, well done, Jordan, but we still have a lot to do. Black Stars all the way. Wilson. Temple from Pandai says, I think Otto is taking us back to the good old days. God bless Black Stars. God bless Otto. God bless my motherland, Ghana. This message also says, narrow win for the Black Stars. Good character shown by the players after going down 2-1 at first half. All in all, we will take the win like that. I agree with you. Now, those of you who want to join us on Zoom, do join us on Zoom. That's the Zoom ID. Today, I want to talk to some of the fans who have been listening to us. I know it's dark. It's in the evening, but put the lights on and put your Zoom on. Let me talk to some people, some fans. This one said, the Black Stars did well, much improvement as before, but the following errors were made, and I'll go through those errors shortly. Error number 1. The defense was weak, which led to the guy scoring 3 goals. Mafuta scored a hat-trick. He scored a 3rd goal? I don't think Mafuta scored a 3rd goal. I'm going to check. He said the substitutions made as at the 78th minute were needless and could have caused Ghana defeat. And then he said number 3, that the performance of the keeper today is absolutely not inspiring. Number 4, Jordan Ayew did exceptionally well and deserves recognition. Number 5, the Vice President's surprise visit nearly cost us. I'm not sure how that's related. That is true. Mafuta scored a hat-trick, just like Jordan Ayew did as well. So that's Jonah with that message, sending us. And this one says, good evening. My name is Fred. Otto really got it wrong in the first half with playing Kamaldeen and Fatah on the right and left wings respectively. He's still got loads of work to do. Interesting assessment of Otto. I love these messages. Keep them coming. And the WhatsApp number, also join us on Zoom. Those of you who are joining us on Zoom, we'll get to you very shortly. Nebu from Cape Coast, Bura says, nice win, but we need to work on our defensive department. I'm assuming that lots of you saw the performance. Azawutira is correcting the spelling of scintillating. Not. Good evening, Fen. In terms of tactics, Otto is far behind. He needs to know and master the kind of tactics he wants to play. The only thing that helped Ghana win is a team talk at second half. I think you mean as half time. And the player's zeal to win. Prosper in Adenta centers that message. This one says, wow, nice one. Jordan Ayew, 6 more matches to go. Shine for us. We believe you can do it, Jordan and his teammates. Keep on shining. I have to remind all of you that okay, let me take this one. This one says, okay, this message is just greeting us. It says, good evening. Keep those messages coming. All right, keep those messages coming. Let me tell you, let me remind you that the last time a Black Stars player scored a hat-trick was back in 2017, and it was Thomas Partey who scored a hat-trick against Congo in a World Cup qualifier. It was a World Cup qualifier going to the 2018 World Cup. We beat them by 5-1 in that game. Thomas Partey scored a hat-trick in that match, but we didn't qualify for that World Cup. Before that, the last player to score a hat-trick was in 2014, and that was, Jordan Ayew. He also scored a hat-trick against South Korea in a pre-2014 World Cup friendly match, which we played in the United States of America. So Jordan Ayew has 2 hat-tricks for the Black Stars. It's unbelievable. He scored 7 goals now in his last 5 matches for the Black Stars. And you know what is amazing when you put this into perspective? That the great Asamoah Gyan, Ghana's all-time top scorer, has not scored a hat-trick for the Black Stars. He scored braces, I think 7 braces, but he's never scored a hat-trick. Jordan Ayew has 2 hat-tricks. And it's come at a time where he's been criticized a lot. People say he should not be called up. People have lambasted him. And the only person who has supported him the whole time is probably only my very good friend Daniel Cranting. Everybody, lots of other people have said Jordan Ayew doesn't deserve to be in this team. He came off the bench to give us the winner against Mali, and he scored a hat-trick to give Ghana victory against Central African Republic. He's now gotten Ghana 6 points in this World Cup qualifier. It's unbelievable from Jordan Ayew. Unbelievable. Now, I see lots of you are joining us on Zoom. So let me show you some highlights from the Black Stars game and remind all of you what went down. And even for those of you on Zoom, you can see the highlight. Let's just take a look at some of the... It was a packed game, all right, with as many as 7 goals involved. So we've got a rather long highlight package for you. Take a look. Wow. Mafuta, direct free kick scoring from there. So, guys, you've seen the playback, you've taken notes of some of those significant moments, and I hope that when we do bring you on in this Zoom, you will have a lot to tell us about what needs to improve, what your impressions of the game were. But I've been joined here by Razak as well, as we try to get and connect to Daniel in Kumasi. But Razak, listen, thanks for coming to save the day. You are a big savior. Impressive result by all indications. 9 points now top of the table. The performance, though, has left many people still asking quite a lot of questions. Your impressions about what you saw?
Well, I think it was a relatively good game. In terms of questions about the performance, of course, you look at the first half, there were many questions asked. You know, our defensive shape just was really chaotic, to say the least. Jiku and Salisu really struggled in the first half. Those long balls, they just couldn't contain it. The runs by Mafuta, they absolutely could not, handle him. And we ended up losing 2-1. But what's important for me, and I was looking forward to that because of what happened in Bamako, the response of the team, the mindset. I was curious what Otuado was going to tell the boys on the break, because whatever he told them, it worked. That's why we saw the 2 goals in a space of 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. Jordan Ayew getting the goal, the deflection for Tao Isaaku, and that completely changed the shape of the game. Yeah. And the moment they took the lead, you could see that the boys started playing with some flexibility. They started showing what they are known for. Kudus could not hold on to the ball, do a few dribbles, and try and pass around. And I think at that point, a lot of people were impressed with how the Black Stars were playing. They got the lead, the 4th goal, and then it was looking like a really decent game until what happened? They conceded a 3rd one through that free kick. If you look at how we even ended up considering the free kick, we had the ball all the way in the half of the Central African Republicans. We lost it, managed to do a very beautiful turn in midfield. Then we ended up bringing them down in our own half. And the free kick direct, it has raised questions about Lawrence Atizigi. As far as the goalkeeping department is concerned, it's one area that game after game, Ghanaians will continue to ask questions. The last half corner was Richard Ofori. In the qualifiers now is Lawrence Atizigi. Yeah. And it's understandable. But Derek Boati made a point on Sports Link on Saturday when the Black Stars won against Mali. He said, look, we need to be patient with this team. Otuado is trying to build something. He's taking some very difficult decisions. Dropping Andre Ayew is a difficult decision to make. But you could tell he's trying to build something. He's trying to build a completely new team. And now, how many games has he handled since he returned? 2 games.
Yeah.
Against
2 competitive games.
2 competitive games. 2 friendlies, okay? And he's now won 2 and lost 2. I mean, understandably, but 2 important games he's won them. Against Mali, against Central African Republic. It's an important assignment, the World Cup qualifier. And already 9 point top of the group, Comoros, Madagascar, still have a game against Mali. 4 games to go, and we just might be able to secure the ticket to the World Cup. So it was a decent day. 6 games to go. It was a decent day, but my goodness, what a performance from Jordan Ayew. You have to give him his flowers. 14 years in the Black Stars, 100 caps, scored a hat-trick today. 2nd time he's scoring a hat-trick for the Black Stars. And I think it's unbelievable. We need to give him his flowers. He absolutely deserves it.
Tonight was his 105th appearance, I think, for the Black Stars. So he is, by all indications now, Jordan Ayew, he's the 3rd most... he's made the 3rd most appearances in Black Stars jersey. I think behind his brother and then Asamoah Gyan. So it's unbelievable. Jordan Ayew has been around this national team for a really long time. Let's go to Candy Fort. Okay, Candy Fort is also there. I've got your WhatsApp messages also still coming through, so do send them through. Dela says, well done, we love you, Black Stars. And then this one says they need to work on the pitch. The pitch was no good crowd, they need to work on it. Candy Ford, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, Candy, let's go ahead. Your thought, what do you wanna talk about from a game today?
I think first and foremost, I think as Ghanaians, we are becoming more of the English people. We overhype some players, especially this guy who plays for Brighton. What's his name?
Candy, can you raise your camera a bit? It's like we are. Thank you.
Can you see me now?
Yes, clearly.
Okay, I'm
Please look at your phone screen, not the TV.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
I want to say that we've been overhyping certain players. I think Mohamed Salisu coming to the Black Stars hasn't done us any good. Same applies to this young guy who plays for Brighton, Tariq Lamptey. The earlier we realize these mistakes, the better for us. We tend to rely so much on these overhyped foreign players.
Candy, are you sure you saw Tariq Lamptey's performance against Mali in particular?
I watched him against Mali. I watched him today. A player of his caliber, just one-on-one against a keeper. And look at what he did.
It was a decent chance. But listen, was that even the chance that he missed? Was it anything comparable to the chances that Kamal missed in that game?
No, you see, I'm talking about standards, okay? The way we've hyped, what is his name?
Tariq Lamptey.
Oh, Tariq Lamptey. As against that of Kamaldeen Suleiman, they are not a match. That's where I am coming from.
All right, very well. Listen, Candy, you put only half of your face on the screen. You're back in a Candy for there. All right, let's speak to some more people. But Razak, he does. Somebody sent a message about the quality of the pitch and how it hampers our football. Thomas Partey made that point when the vice president visited the team earlier today. It really is an issue that has to be fixed.
Yeah,
it's not an excuse, but it's an issue that has to be addressed.
It's an issue that needs to be addressed. And it's just surprising how, despite the many efforts that we put into trying to address the issue, it continues to be a problem. I think last month, CAF's personnel responsible for professional football, he was in Ghana. He had an interview with Asempa FM, and he raised a major concern that, look, the Barra Sports Stadium that is, helping us have a place to play some of these competitive games. In the event it breaks down, what it means is that the Black Stars will have to play a game outside of the country because with the exception of the Barra Sports Stadium, there's no other facility in the country that can host games of this caliber, all right? But even the Barra Sports Stadium, which is the only facility capable of hosting these games, look at the pitch, and it's nothing to write home about. And he explains why. Because the boys have had training on the field and got the opportunity to meet the vice president and raise the concern directly to him that, look, we went to University of Ghana Stadium because they trained there. They also trained at the Accra Sports Stadium. Then they went to train at the Barra Sports Stadium, got a feel of all these stadium, of these facilities, went to Bamako, saw the facility at Bamako, came back to the Barra Sports Stadium, and clearly their surprise is justified and told the vice president in the face that, look, we need the facilities to get better, and the pitch needs to get better. I don't know what the problem is. Whether it is a case of we not having the personnel to take good care of the pitches, whether it's funding to keep these pitches in shape, but clearly it was really bad. It was really bad. And even when the rains came down, it made it worse.
Yeah,
it made it completely worse.
There's a message here that says, I'm very disappointed in the player who made us lose our chances, especially over the bars. I think he's referring to Kamal.
Yeah, that was a really good chance he missed there.
It was, especially that second half chance. Kamaldeen did miss some really good chances today, so there is a shout that he was possibly one of the worst players on the pitch. Yeah, I'm not saying. Hello, Ayew. Yeah, no, can you hear me? Okay, I'm not sure if Ayew can hear me. All right, cool. Yeah, can hear me. Musbah, let's talk about, you can hear me, but I can hear you. Can you unmute and speak then? They're asking you to unmute.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. All right.
Okay, so yeah, first of all, I think the candidate spoke about Tariq Lamptey. I think Tariq did very well today. He played well. Although he missed the chance for today, I think he was good. But overall, I think the team is very lacking defensively. And that's like the major problem right now, because when it comes to the defense, they're just allowing too much to be done around them in their half. And then whenever the ball goes over the top, it's like the defenders are confused who is going on who. And it's very frustrating to watch the Black Stars play like that. And I think the issue about the pitch also, if something could be done about it, because it always seems like the pitch is always a problem whenever we play matches here in Ghana.
Yeah, very well. Thank you very much. I think that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
This one says, good evening, sir. My name is Honorable Mozato from Krobo Dumasi. Well done to the Black Stars. We're very proud of you. Go Black Stars. Keep it up, boys. Let's see if we can go back to Ahmed. Ahmed, yes.
Hello, Tyrick.
I can hear you now, Ahmed. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I love your hat. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Ofanko area.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Go ahead. Make your point.
I think that overall it wasn't a bad performance. Thank you very much. When in the first half, I was expecting that Black Stars could have a very good performance, but I think that the boys were a bit relaxed. They were not taking their chances, and I felt that Jordan, even though he had a great game by scoring a hat-trick today, I was thinking that it could be, it could have been substituted earlier so that the gentleman who came later on, Thomas, should have been in early on. Because when he came in, we saw that he brought a lot of insurgents and then he brought a lot of power into the upfront. So overall, it wasn't a bad performance. I believe that next time we should bring in Thomas early on. That's Thomas Brandon, early on, because he's a powerful guy. I think that he could have helped us score a bit more goals.
All right.
And then Salisu, I think that he should have his game next time. I think that he's sluggish and that he allowed too many chances for the strikers the strikers of the Central African Republic to get those chances. It's not good enough. He has to put in a lot more effort.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Yes.
Your point is very well made. Thank you very much. And your point is supported by Alhaji Saibu, who says that communication is lacking in the team. With our ability to score, it has always been a major feature of the Otoado team, but we are always lacking in defense, and poor communication is always costing us. We needed the win, and we got that. And kudos to the second half improved performance. Thank you, Alhaji. That's a very good message. I've got one here that goes to say something about a point that Razak made a little earlier. He says, it's from Melody Ayew. Melody says, we need to have a conversation about goalkeeping in this country. Atizigi needs to be a little bit brave with handling. Certain crosses need to be caught at once and not timely punched. This brings unnecessary pressure onto the team during set pieces, not commanding enough. Melody Ayew with that message. It's a fair point. Maboa. Emmanuel Boa, is that you? Yes, go ahead. I can look at your screen.
Yeah, Maboa.
Yeah, Maboa. Look at your phone screen instead of the TV upstairs. Look at your phone. Thank you, Maboa. All right.
Is it okay?
Yes, fantastic. But look at the phone screen. Look at your phone screen. Thank you. Like this. Down.
I think my
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, my point will be very brief. I think Black Stars is about time we look at the goalkeeping position. We should look at the local game, the local league. I think we have very good goalkeepers in our local league. We should choose one of them. this Ziggy guy, I don't think he's up to the standard that Blaster is. He's below the Blaster standard. Tariq Lamptey too is below Blaster standard. And I think Salisu, for instance, should be benched. I think should be benched. There should be competition for Salisu. You should get somebody. I think the one who was used to who substituted him, in the course of the game, should be given chance to start playing so that
you're talking about Abdelmomin. You're talking about Abdelmomin.
Yeah.
Who also came off the bench.
The one who came. I think that guy.
He also came off the bench against Mali, and he did very well.
I think just like if Otuado was able to pinch Jordan in the first game, the game with Mali, I'm referring to that one. That was a very good point, the very good change, decision that he made. And then I think it made Jordan to realize that, no, this position is not submitted for me. Anybody at all can take it away from me. So when he came the second half, he did well. He scored, and today too, he did fantastically well. And somebody like Salisu is becoming like a prima donna in the center, at the back there. He should be benched in one of these days. He should be benched so that that young guy, should take his position by starting. And then when he realizes that it does not belong to him, it's not his personal bona fide position, I think he will sit up.
All right, thank you, Mabua. Very nice points made. A reminder that those of you who are sending the messages through the Zoom chat, send them to me on WhatsApp, okay? Send those messages to me on WhatsApp. I'll read them. The WhatsApp number is 024... hold on. I have a problem memorizing that number a lot. All right. Pamela will put it back. Pamela, please put it back on the screen one more time just for them so that you save that number. And instead of sending it through the Zoom chat, send it to that number. I'll read them for you. I've got my WhatsApp machine here. So those of you sending the messages through the Zoom chat, it's interrupting the people and when they are talking. And so if you have anything that you want to comment on, anything somebody said on the Zoom, don't worry. Send it to me on WhatsApp, that number on the screen. Send it to me on that number, 0240-910-330. 0240-910-330. And then I'll read them for you. We'll get back onto our Zoom then. And talk to, who do we have in the Ghana jersey? We'll get back onto our Zoom then. Yeah. And talk to, who do we have in the Ghana jersey?
There's Isaac.
Yes, Isaac. All right, Isaac. Go ahead for me. What do you want to say about the game?
Yes. Okay, so concerning the match.
Go ahead for me. What do you want to say about the game?
Yeah, concerning the match, it was a great match. And then with respect to the second half, as they did the swap, in fact, it helped so much with the equalization.
Isaac,
and then
I think what is happening is that your TV volume must have been up. So when I talk, it is bouncing off and the sound is coming twice. I think that's what's happening. So if you could mute your microphone.
Yeah, TV volume.
Okay.
If you mute your TV.
Is it okay now?
Fantastic. Yes, fantastic. Go ahead.
Okay, so with respect to the match, in fact, I liked it when the coach did the switch, when they come to the second half. And so it really, really helped with the equalization. And then we thank the day for doing his magic again. And with the goalkeeping side, actually, it wasn't good at all. I don't know. I think they had some recruitment concerning goalkeeping. So I think there should be something done about the goalkeeping. It's really, really disturbing the kind of goals they scored at Tiziki. In fact, it was really...
Very well. All right, Isaac, you've made your point brilliantly. Thank you. We should do something about the goalkeeping. Lots of you have sent in messages here. Let me read. This one says the visas are secure thanks to the GOAT, Jordan. More vim. Please, friend, who will take the match ball in a situation like this where two players score a hat-trick? They just give them two balls. Otto and his technical team must work hard on the defense. If we meet a tougher side, we would have concern about 5 goals, conceded about 5 goals, I think is what you're trying to say. Prosper in Adenta, yeah, we conceded a lot of chances, and a more efficient team definitely would have scored more. This one says, Tariq Lamptey is not Blaster standard. Hey, what a tick. I know, punditry is not easy, yeah? I had to calm myself down. Mabwa was very harsh. He said, Tariq is not Blaster's material. Mabwa also said that Salisu is not Blaster's material.
Say he's overhyped.
He said, no, a different person said Tariq Lamptey is hype. Mabwa said he's not Blaster's material. He said, somebody said we should bring local goalkeepers because Atizigi is not Blaster material.
We've got one,
but I've forgotten that the Kotoko goalkeeper is in the team, just not getting the chances. Charlie, the punditry is not easy. People have wild opinions, but it is what it is. That message was from Fred. Fred, interesting, yeah? This one says, good evening. Says, fantastic show by all standards. Please, I want to know if Thomas Partey is coaching or playing on the pitch. He really needs to involve himself and stop being complacent. Piqué in Oyarefa. Interesting message, Piqué. He was literally Ghana's man of the match in the game against Mali. Good days, bad days. It happens, doesn't it? Lion from Medina says the Stars played well and they deserved a win. They won, but we have huge problems on the field, which nearly cost us the result. Help me wish my bestie called Daddy a very happy birthday. All right, thank you very much. This message says, let's hold on. Nebu Sports Zone is the best. I'm enjoying the show. Nebu, thank you for tuning in. Number 3, you have disappointed a lot of Ghanaians. Semenyo did very well today. I rate you 5-star. And you said the number 3 has disappointed you. Who wore the number 3? Was that Salisu?
Number 3, that wasn't it Gideon?
Gideon doesn't wear 3. I think he wears 40. Good evening, Fen. It's Tariq Lamptey, number 3. Yeah, Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah, Alidu was wearing number 2, Tariq Lamptey.
Good evening, Fen. This game reminds me of our game against South Korea in the 2022 World Cup. Kofi watching inside Amasama. Kofi, you are spot on because heart attack football, that's what it's called. Heart attack football, pan. You can't watch Black Stars match in peace because towards the end, it's like you want to die.
I mean, I had people saying, look, Charlie, 4-2 there. Hold on. All for back count.
Because this team can ruin your evening.
It was, I think they equalized it around the 89th minute. That's when they got their 3rd goal.
Yes.
So for the remaining 6 minutes, that was
my God.
Then when they saw the 4th official raise the substitution.
6 minutes. It's like heart attack.
Charlie, heart attacks.
Charlie, somebody said Ghana's economy needs to be baptized River Jordan 3 times to make a comeback. We have to baptize our economy in River Jordan. Jordan did well, he says.
Yeah, man.
But Kudus needs to know that he isn't Messi, and this is African football. No one is good. Bedu from Bremine. People are very critical today.
Very critical, man.
Ozu from Agoda Suedro says the boys did well. Central African Republic did not come to Ghana to watch us. Kudos to the Black Stars. Ashraf from Nima says, I think it was a great game. Salisu did nothing. It's just lack of communication. Interesting thought. This one says, I swear, Atizigi can't even save his own phone number. Kai, Akwayasa. This is Candyford once again. Candyford.
He's firing
Candyford. Did you not watch Atizigi in the game against Mali? The first half, if it wasn't for him,
we would have considered about 3 goals in the first half. It was a really difficult game for all the players.
This one said, despite all the talks, the most important thing is that we got the maximum 3 points, but Alidu and Gideon Mensah should up their game. That's from O2 in Pristia. O2, Gideon Mensah did create a goal tonight, didn't he? He made a great assist for the Jordan header.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good evening, I'm Bright Bedu from Sunyane. I thought we got a massive favor from our players tonight, but all thanks to both strikers of both teams. Mafuka and Jordan Ayew with hat-tricks to go. Good evening. I think we need a good and solid goalkeeper moving forward. Atizigi won't help us. Salis was good today. Sami Apia in UCC. Was Atizigi that bad?
It wasn't too bad. I think it's, for some of the goals, is the way he considered the goals. For instance, the 2nd goal through his legs, then the 3rd goal, direct free kick. Those are not goals that Ghanaians are, were really impressed with, especially the direct free kick. It was really concerning for him to concede from a direct free kick. Sometimes you have the wall, the goalkeeper often arranged the walls by himself, but ended up conceding it. And the minute he conceded it, that's why many people raised the concerns. And the 2nd goal, like I mentioned, through the legs, was quite scrappy though, because we were thinking maybe Gideon Mensah would have just cleared the ball away there. He also couldn't get a good hold on the ball, and Tshisekedi ended up conceding. But look, yeah, we understand the criticism being meted out to him, but so far, he's done pretty well. He's done pretty well. He saved us in the game against Mali, you know, really saved us in the game. Even after the Black Stars equalized, we're still under pressure and managed to hold the fort, and we ended up winning the game. So, yeah,
fair enough.
3 goals conceded. You have to give credit to the Malians also. Luis Mafuta.
He scored 17 goals for Amiens last season in the League 2. He's not a pawn.
He's a really good player.
Very good finisher. This one says, it's Stephen from Ablekuma, Stephen Quaid. He says, I want to know why the Black Stars team sits back to concede before they realize that they have to go into the competition. Is it the coach's plan or it's lack of confidence? And he says, shaking my head.
Well, they didn't wait to concede anyway. They scored first and Malians.
What's the consensus? Shall we do Ghana Premier League and other AFCON qualifiers, or you people don't care like that? We should do Black Stars. Let me go to Zoom. Go back to Zoom and talk to you. Is that Fred? Yes, Fred, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Pamela, please sort out Fred's micro. Fred Nyabi. Fred, have you unmuted yourself? I can't hear you. Where's Fred?
All right, Daniel, join in.
Okay, where's Fred?
I've got Daniel on Zoom.
I've got Fred.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, Fred, thank you. Yes, Fred, go ahead.
To me, I'm not really much impressed with the game the boys put up tonight. And then I think the substitution the coach made didn't really affect the game. Fatau being taken off didn't really I think the substitute that came on for Fatau, because Fatau was having the game really running. I don't know if you guys saw it, because I think he was putting much pressure on the defenders of Central African Republic. Then the substitution just came and then spot the game. I don't know. And then I think Tariq Lamptey should not be given much time. He is not giving not much into the Black Stars. You see. Then also the defenders, I think the defenders really put up. Jiku was not really into the game today. Pate was playing something else. I don't know. And then Semenyo always is not giving us enough as we expected from him. I don't know why Jordan really did well today. He got 3 goals for us, and kudos to him. And then all what I can see is the substitute that came on for Fatau. It was really bad. Because Fatau was playing very well and he was taking off. So I think the coach should give him more time to Fatau because he's doing very great. He's doing very great on the pitch.
All right, Fred, thank you. Thank you very much, Fred. This is an interesting message. It says, at this point, based on the love Ghanaians are showing Jordan Ayew, Baumia should take advantage of his goodwill. The guys enjoy and make him running mate.
Well,
let's go to Kumasi now and speak to Daniel Kranti, who is still sitting pitch side after the win. I mean, listen, brother, I don't even have any question for you. Listen, Daniel K, the whole Ghana belongs to you. Look, the whole Ghana belongs to you. Sami Appiah says that Baumia should make Jordan Ayew running mate. I mean, at this point, I can't even disagree. Oh, God. Pamela. Danny, let's talk about the game, man. You're still sitting pitch side. You had pitch side access today, so I'm sure you had access to quite a lot of behind-the-scenes things that we didn't see. 4-3, we scored 4 goals. Impressive, but we also conceded 3 goals, and lots of people... Today, I'm doing the show with people on Zoom. Say you are not here, so... Musbah is here, also helping us through. Lots of people have been very harsh in their assessment of our defense in particular and the goalkeeping. I don't know, from where you stand, you put some perspective on a lot of the issues that have come up after the game for me. What you saw from pitch side, where we go from here, the big highlights, the big winners, the big losers, everything.
Okay, we need to start off and attack it in very systematically. The game plan we went for today, obviously, Mali is a much tougher opposition, especially at Bamako. And I think that's why we went for that back 3. Today, Otuado wanted to go a bit more offensive, so we retreated back to the back 4 with the 2 in front of the defense, and then the 3 and then 1. So more like a 4-2-3-1. Now, and Otto spoke about it in the pre-match press conference, the strength in terms of transitions with the Central African Republic side. So that meant that this is a team that we're looking to pounce on certain areas of the pitch and then hopefully get you in transition or a counter-attack. Now, when you're playing against teams like that, defending transitions is extremely difficult for any team, whether you're playing 5 back, 6 back, 10 back. Defending transition is extremely difficult. So what it means is that every compartment of play must help in the defense. So, and I'm talking about pressing and pressing very aggressively. So we saw the Black Stars do that for large areas of the pitch or large areas of the game, especially in that first half. But unfortunately, it looks like the 1 or 2 moments where there were lapses in concentration, where they allowed the Central African Republic team to play past them. That's when they were able to pounce and score. And I'll take you through the second goal we conceded. So the second goal we conceded, remember there was an attempted 1-2 between Kudus and Kamaldeen.
Yes, there was a... Okay, so Daniel's network is messing up, but...
He went to a Central African Republic left back. Now, at that point in time, Jordan Ayew was screaming press, and was coming in from the center forward position. And both players didn't necessarily listen. The ball was bypassed. And from then, that long ball went inside our area. And that's at that point in time, because we had the possession and our players were a bit more fluid today in terms of our positioning, we were left open and then we were scored at the end of the day. So I think it's a bit easy to blame certain individuals in the defense for not reacting well enough. But the point is that situation could have been prevented if the attacking players had been a bit more up to the task in terms of defending. We didn't see that in the second half because there was a very aggressive and purposeful press from Kudus and Kamaldeen and Isahaku, who was absolutely brilliant on the day defensively, of course, Jordan. But it limited the amount of defensive transition opportunities that Central African Republic had in that second half, which was very, very important for Ghana. I think in terms of the attacking phase, we did really good in the first half. It's just unfortunate that it ended by 2-1. But the movement was good. You could tell the ideas. But the second half, something obviously needed to change because that wasn't getting us what we wanted. We're 2-1 down. We needed to get back quickly into the game. And Otto made that very intelligent switch by changing Kamaldeen and then Fatah Isahaku to their more natural side, which allowed them to have freedom to be able to isolate their markers, take them on and create opportunities. So for me, again, the coaching staff have shown the ability to manage certain in-game situations and the best out. Look, we can talk about this, the books that necessarily go according to plan, but I choose to look at the positives, especially on the back of this international window. Had this been a different time, if you take this thing back 3 months ago, 4 months ago, this game would probably have ended 4-4 with that 6 minutes to go. But I think the Black Stars defended those 6 minutes really well. It wasn't soaking pressure. The guys were doing it well in terms of holding up the ball, taking it to the corners. In Brandon Thomas, Asante, and Semenyo, they did a really good job with that. Abdul Mumin showed some great composure, not just heading it back to the opposition, but heading it into corners and allowing Gideon and then Tariq Lamptey to run it down the wings and waste time and probably even create opportunities. Remember the Tariq Lamptey chance at the end of the game, which he played wide. So all in all, I thought it was a good game. Obviously, we still have some things to fix and some problems to solve in this team, but we are seeing some really positive signs with this Otuado project. And of course, Jordan Ayew strikes a hat-trick. Look, if I say what he wants, and you see, anytime I'm talking about him, I understand. It's about, if you don't understand something, it is very easy for you to get angry and get riled up and things like that. But he's such an important player in terms of what he does and what he gives to the team. It's not just about the goals. Look at the overall play, his that play, the timing of his passing, his link up with Thomas Partey, who also had a brilliant game today. Look, people talk about him holding the ball too much, but today he did it in the right areas. He did when he was turning and twisting and turning, he was doing it in the right areas. He was doing it to draw the team forward, bring the team forward. And look, that is his strength. So for me, I'm not going to ask a player to stop what he's good at, as long as it's not going against the team. And at the end of the day, I think he set up a goal or two. And for me, he had a really good game. I said it, I'll say it again. We obviously have problems in terms of our defending. And I will not be surprised if we see a much cleaner, much compact Black Stars the next time we see these guys around. Because look, this Otuado project is looking promising. I said it at the beginning. I think he has some great ideas. Given the time, he can take this team to where we want the team to be. Back-to-back wins. We are back in a very good position when it comes to our FIFA World Cup qualifying progress.
Absolutely. Brilliant. And I think you mentioned the fact that the team still has issues. And sometimes when on the back of an impressive win like this, it could look like you're being maybe a little bit selfish when you start to talk about the problems. But there are glaring issues that we need to start to have deep conversations about how to fix them. And that is the defending. And I want us to narrow down on that. And it looks like every time Otuado has had... Listen, Otuado seems to be an expert. His team plays really well in the low block. I think we've seen that. But when they've had to go on the forefront, on the front foot, it looks like they are unable to do that and balance it with defensive solidity. So that is something that he's still trying to figure out. At the World Cup, in 3 matches, we conceded 7 goals. Otto has been back. He's taken charge of 4 games, 2 friendly matches, 2 competitive games. We've conceded 9 goals. So there is obviously a big problem. And we know that no team can win any championship leaking goals like that. How do you think could be the beginning of starting to fix this problem? Because that's a problem that has to be fixed. And as many of our viewers have pointed out, if we met a much more efficient opposition with the chances we conceded in this game, we probably would be talking about a completely different scoreline.
Yeah, look, there were a lot of problems that Otuado inherited from this team. And with a snap of a finger, he's obviously not going to solve everything overnight. We were complaining about our lack of potency up front at the AFCON, in fact, for some time now. In these 2 games against Mali and Central African Republic, we've seen a Black Stars team that can create chances when they want to. They are creating very good opportunities. They are scoring goals. So that's now 6 goals in 2 games. So this we have to look at. In as much as there are problems, you can't throw all your worries on the problems and ignore the positives. There were problems in the team, but we have seen that international window by international window, we are slowly seeing progress from this team. So we are seeing attacking progress. We spoke about how well they played in those 2 friendly games against Nigeria and Uganda, yet we were not able to create good enough chances to score. Then all of a sudden against Mali and Central African Republic, we see a massive improvement in that regard. So that's why I said that in as much as we have clearly identified problems in these last 2 international windows, I think that in as much as, or as we are seeing improvement in certain areas of the pitch, I will not put it past Otuado to fix those problems. It's one thing if he doesn't know or if he doesn't realize that there are problems. And he has spoken about it, the fact that he wasn't happy about the team conceding 3 goals.
Okay.
But once he has identified those problems, then you expect that as time goes on, he fixes it. Look, this thing is, he's been given a 2.5-year contract, and from what the FA has given him in terms of the length of contract, they are obviously not expecting him to fix this thing in 6 months. They know it will take time. If we are being honest with ourselves, we know that look, this team is probably in the past 4 years has probably been at the lowest of lows. If you finish bottom of your group in back-to-back AFCONs, you are in no position to get up and expect magic to happen over 3 months. So it will take time, but we can pride ourselves. What we can be happy about is we are seeing progress as time goes on.
We're seeing very good signs.
We spoke about the importance of getting results whilst fixing some of these problems. Yeah. In as much as we've conceded goals in these 2 games, we conceded chances. It's still 6 points out of 6. Yeah. So we are fixing things. We are still.
And it's important, and it's important to be winning in the process, because winning, we have to make winning habitual. It has to be habitual. We have to get used to winning. We haven't been used to winning. We haven't been winning in a very long time.
Hope and back this technical team. It's extremely important. And you see, another thing that's the thing why I don't necessarily like. I'll not say doomsday analysis, but I would say don't forget where we are coming from. We've played 2 games, and I don't know if you guys have highlighted this in the studio, but 2 games, the Black Stars have been down at halftime, and they've come back and they've turned it around. When was the last time we saw a Black Stars team do that? You have to go back to the Stephen Appiah and Michael Essien days. This team that we criticized just 6 months ago for lacking character have shown us back-to-back character in 2 games. In fact, the team was booed off at halftime to do. Take it back 6 months, this team would have collapsed in the second half. But they came back and put in a supreme performance in that second half to turn things around. And again, we have seen individuals step up and take responsibility in the game against Mali and in today's game also. We didn't have players having 90 minutes. Yeah. Players like Mensah, who didn't have the best of first half, came back in that second half and was brilliant. We saw Kamal Dean turn around his performance.
Daniel, can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah. Listen, we're running out of time. I don't know if you're checking your time, but we are running out of time. But brilliant. Thanks that you could join us. And you make a very good point about the character that is Sims told and the responsibility. And it's a point that we made over and over again, that in the past we've accused this team and lots of players of, eschewing responsibility and running away when it really matters. Some of them, we've accused them of hiding in big games. In 2 matches, we've seen a lot of them step up. Just like we are very excited to announce that Emmanuel M has stepped up and is last week's lucky winner, big winner. Last week we spoke to you about winner big. Emmanuel, congratulations to you. He won a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis. Congratulations to him. So go treat yourself with that money, Emmanuel. Well done. All right. Keep your eye on Winnerbeg for more chances to win big this week. Participating is easy. Just dial *920*66# and follow the prompts to purchase your desired ticket, or download the Winner Big app on both iOS and Android Play Store to play and win. You can also visit our website on www.winnerbig.com to purchase your tickets. Some luck awaits you this week. So go out there and win big with Winner Big. Remember, a daily ticket of 5 cedis qualifies you for the daily draw to win 500 cedis, and you will be in the run with the same ticket for the weekly draw on Fridays for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, you heard that right. 1 ticket, 2 draws every week. So you purchase your ticket and you get 2 chances to win. So purchase more tickets to boost your chances in both the daily and the weekly draw. The more tickets, the better your chances of cashing out big. Winner big. Cash the flow, sir. Winner big. 1 ticket, 2 chances. Remember the short code, *920*66#. That's that. Go on there and win big. Thank you, Musbao. Thank you to all of you for your messages and for joining us on Zoom. I've absolutely enjoyed tonight's show here on Sports Zone. My name is Fentio Tahir Fentio. The show is proudly brought to you by Syntex Tank, a strong, easy. Johnny Walker, keep walking. Kivo Gary 4-in-1 mix. Ama Gary Sokis Haye easy. Winner Bakes Cash the Flusa as well. All right, we're back again next Monday. Until then, take care and cheers.